Okay, this is interesting. The gathering of the hobos. What?
Good morning, Iowa. It's great to be back here in the heart of America's cornfields. I'm here right now to cover a major event, the 123rd Annual National Hobo Convention, aka Hobo Days, where hundreds of hobos from around the country gather to talk about all things hobo related. How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Till I die. I am the captain of a sinking ship. When I first
Okay,
started-
hold on. For my perspective, it's kind of stereotypical. What is hobos? A hobo is a historically defined migratory. Okay, often homeless worker who travels typically by freight train in search of seasonal or temporary work. Okay. Because yeah, I always having this like, oh, they're always homeless. Oh, they always steal things, and you know, I think that's a very bad perspective on them. Hey, I don't know, they could be cool sometime. Homeless people can be cool. God damn it, they have bunch of information that we don't need, but you know.
Started out in 1970, we could build fires right in the rail yard.
We're seeing a lot more influx of young riders.
The kids today use a lot of drugs, they drink a lot.
Traveling kids live like in
So it's
farms.
basically like the gathering of travelers, basically.
Also,
Like, I think you meet the best people out there, but then you also meet the worst. People try to buy my girlfriend off me all the time, and I'm like, motherfucker. Yeah,
They've sort of invented
What?
their own culture.
spanging, busking, flying signs. Those are all like ways we consider making money. Spanging's just like spare changing, you know? Flying
That is the
signs,
guy in
pulling
John Wick.
cardboard, Busking's playing music.
The homeless man who
And
hide
Crash is just straight up
and
asking for like, what you
camouflage.
want, like, hey, buy me a burger or something. Yeah.
Most people see train
Why
tracks and
Celeb
think,
City?
get off there, you might get hit by a train. But there's also people in this world who see train tracks and think to themselves, that is what fucking freedom looks like.
The freedom, I guess. I'm not a slave to the system.
They get up and go when they want to.
they are so cool. Like the things that they said, you know, like you know, like I'm not a prisoner of the system and shit like that. They are so cool, but you know, they look terrible. I kind of want to be free, but in a way that Logan Paul, if he's not YouTuber, oh yeah, that guy. You know what? I think this guy's hair is better than Logan Paul. Look at that, going around and survive. I mean, I do also, we call it merantau in Indonesia, and I did rantau as well. But I have friends and I have people that I know, and before I go somewhere, I know where to go. I know what kind of person that I'm gonna meet, you know. Maybe I should rantau to other country and see what kind of hobos I'm gonna become. Maybe that can be cool and I can stream it here.
From the Hoboy, way back in the day. they used to
Oh
have
boy,
hobo
that was
shoes
cool.
and knapsack, and they dug ditches. They used to be called Hoboys. To where it's at modern day, we're still Hoboys.
Look at
We're
his
just
head.
Heading out with better opportunities.
I want that head.
Traveling workers.
I know that many people out there think that hobo is just a slur used to describe a homeless person.
Yeah.
Case, a hobo hops on a train to look for work, day jobs, a handyman with a stick and bindle and a heart full of adventure.
Yeah, I do a lot of seasonal work. Like, I'm about to do beats. Spent a lot of time out west doing the pot farms.
Tree work, sawman, rope man, disaster area stuff.
landscaping, painting, carpentry, most dirty jobs that people don't want to do.
And also, one hobos have more experience than 5 regular person combined.
I will clean up gutters.
There's several different ways to survive.
Someone bought my fingernails and toenail clippings once for 20 bucks.
Where was that at?
It's in California. A lot of fucking weirdos out there. Yeah.
As you know,
Toenail clippings once for 20 bucks.
Where was that at?
It's in California. A lot of fucking weirdos out there. Yeah.
Who buy? I don't know, maybe I don't know, me confused, me scared. What the hell? I am buying for a friend of mine. Oh well.
As you
I
know,
mean-
I'm something of a road man myself, so I have a major affinity for hobos. And so, like many times before, I decided not to drive to Iowa, but instead to hit the side of the interstate ramp in the hopes of hitching a lift. Now, it should be noted that hobos traditionally hop freight trains as opposed to hitchhike, but I've done both, and I prefer hitchhiking purely for social reasons. Train hopping, while offering a much higher degree of picturesque landscape viewing compared to the oppressively commercialized atmosphere of interstate truck stop towns, can be isolating. For one, the train is really loud when it's moving, so it's hard to hold conversations.
Take him out of here.
And then, most people that you meet hiding out at rail yards are either other train hoppers, railroad employees trying to arrest you, or tweakers trying to kill you. With hitchhiking, you see a broader spectrum of humanity. You never know who's going to pick you up off the side of the road, or who you might meet in the nondescript grassy area behind the side of the road.
Well, I'm 37. I live here in Brownsburg. I got 3 kids, and man, I hate to say this, man, but I sold drugs, and that's the way I had to survive.
After a brief yet familiar
I mean, hey, he's honest. All right, he's an honest drug seller. It's bad, but honesty, gotta respect that.
I was off to Iowa, over
And that guy
700
seems
miles
so
away from
wholesome.
where my
I
journey
love him.
began in Twinsburg, Ohio, a small, quirky town that hosts the annual Twins Gap.
Oh, what is that?
Journey began in Twinsburg, Ohio, a small, quirky
Oh, is that a what do you call it? Those like a bread thing. There's a sugar on top. Holy shit! And there's a popcorn.
town that hosts the annual Twins
Oh, that
Gathering, which
that
I
looks
attended with
really
the Hawk Twins.
tasty.
Here's
What the
a
hell?
preview of that.
You guys fuck with the police?
Yes, my professors are former police officers. I just took a shooting course.
Day one. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they were bad. They ain't never even been in a fight before. No. You know, it's like, you gotta fight for our love.
Twins.
Okay.
We've all seen them.
Millions of sperm are released during a single ejaculation.
What we
Wait. What? Excuse me? Is that the part of the video? What are we talking about?
Before. No. You know, it's like, you gotta fight for our love.
Twins. We've all seen them.
Millions of sperm are released during a single
Alright.
ejaculation.
what we enjoy coming here for is meeting other twins and talking to other twins. People don't understand there is a close bond. We live together, we think alike, and we oftentimes will go and say the same statement in unison.
I would say it's just the equivalent of having like a really good friend that you do everything with, and that's why they say like the twin telepathy and stuff. It's nothing like psychic. It's just.
If you'd like to watch the full thing, it's currently available on Patreon at www.patreon.com/.
What twins? I think the twins is the part of the hobos community. I think some of them has like twins hobos, maybe, I don't know.
Channel 5.
But hey,
Link in
twins.
bio. Anyways, back to the side of the road.
Yes, please.
Get
Okay.
one more scoop of bean dip and we hit the road. See what we can get into today.
Within 2 minutes, I was picked up by a friendly motorist. Booyah.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, cool. What's up, bro? How you doing? Good. I'm just trying to get out west to Iowa.
The man said he was an
Yeah.
immigrant from Nigeria who'd recently gotten
Some of them stuck in the
He said that
shower, huh?
despite there being too much gay stuff on
Ask
TV,
your
he
father.
likes the U.S. so far and is looking forward to starting a family here.
Oh boy.
Trying to have the gay riots and just don't bring that bullshit around me.
After taking me to a restaurant in India.
You know what? I agree with him. No, I agree. Don't talk politics in the car, please. Don't do debate on the car, please. Because those type of conversation always end up in the fucking like a debate
Forward to starting a family
situation.
here one day.
They're trying to have the gay riots and just don't bring
Yeah,
that
I
bullshit
mean,
around
look at the guy. He looks tired.
After taking me to a restaurant in Indianapolis, he drove me all the way to my destination without accepting $1. And there I was.
Hell yeah.
Britt, Iowa, the Paris of the cornfields. So yeah, here we are. I'm pretty stoked. Directly behind these trees, there's about 350 hobos. So yeah, here we are. I'm pretty stoked.
National Hobo Convention. They even have the, what do you call that? Is it still billboard? Do you still call that a billboard? What do you call that thing? It looks like a town marker, you know?
Behind these trees, there's about 350 hobos hanging out, talking about
Hoarding. Okay, so those things called hoarding? Ah, okay, okay. I didn't know that. I do not know the language for that.
So we're gonna go in there, figure out what's going on. Upon my first arrival to town, it was
Jesus,
hard to
they
spot
have
any
like
real
a-
hobos as I walked down Main Street, as is typical with any kitschy regional
Oh yeah, this is the three-wheel. The three-wheel
Americana event.
car,
There were
bike.
people wearing
Ah,
tongue-in-cheek hobo outfits,
looks so cool.
eating corn dogs and crazy T-shirts,
Hell
and
yeah,
giving
horse.
money to buskers performing Woody Guthrie covers.
Which
But then I
hobo
saw the
have that
Hobo
thing?
Museum in the middle of town on
Level
artifacts from
7.
back in the 1930s.
Holy shit, that's a season reward. It's a mount. It's a mount that you get by clear the season quest, you know.
The town. It was
And then
hard
you
to
get the
spot any real
skin.
hobos as I
It's-
walked down Main
some of
Street.
them has
As
a
is
mount.
typical with any kitschy
This is
regional
one of the.
Americana event, there were people wearing tongue-in-cheek hobo outfits, eating
Oh
corn dogs
shit!
and crazy T-shirts.
Look at that. Even him, he has the regular. He has the level 1 mount. Right there, right there. He unlocked the mount, but that thing is. It has no skin, nothing. It's still level 1, base skin. The other guy have the skin, so makes sense. It looks fancy. It's from the seasonal event. Come on, god damn it. Yeah, it's the vanilla version.
Shirts and giving money to buskers performing Woody Guthrie covers. But then I saw
God
the
damn it.
Hobo Museum in the middle of town, where after paying a
I
small
wonder
entrance
what
fee,
class
I was
did
able
he
to
choose.
feast my eyes on artifacts from back in the 1930s and learn about things like the Hobo Code, a hieroglyphic language of symbols
Hobo code? What? Hobo sign.
in the 1930s.
Okay, hold on. Go back. Okay, let's see the symbol. Religious talk, get free meal. Oh boy. Wait, hold on. Gravity Falls, they have a place. So bad to say. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they have a fucking code and shit. Freshwater safe camp. Alcohol in town is a box with a stick sticking out. Beware of 4 dogs. Hit the rock quick. Halt this way. Okay, we have more here. Now, this is some Gravity Falls shit. Man with gun. Bad temper. Keep quiet. Never give up. Barking dog. Bad dog. Put
Messages in
here
train
if
stop
you
towns,
want.
particularly in the West, to convey important
God
information
damn,
to
they
other
have
working travelers like Fishbone,
symbols.
Bozo Texino, or the legendary hobo dog duo Stretch and Burlington. Of course, by the time
Is that like a...
Texino, or the legendary
You know, so he kind of look like Gabin.
or the legendary hobo dog
Gabin
duo,
could be a
Stretch
hobo.
and Burlington. Of course, by the time the Hobo Code was cracked by academics and put into museums like this, it was virtually obsolete. For some brief history, the hobo way of life began to form shortly after the Great Depression, when down-and-out fellas from across the country would head west.
Yeah,
in search of
Gavin,
prosperity
like,
and
genuinely
adventure.
looks
Soon
like
it
a
became
hobo.
a culture and a way of life for returning veterans as well.
After World War II and after Korea, there were a whole lot of military
That
veterans
beard
with
is
PTSD and
majestic.
whatnot,
Holy shit.
And they just couldn't face going back to regular society, so they went on the rails.
They didn't have money to travel. And a lot
Oh,
of them
there,
didn't
that's
have
Gavin.
jobs, so they traveled to work in apple orchards and fruit plantations and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
on the road in the 70s?
Another Gavin.
And now, a whole lot of difference. So when I first started out in 1970, we could build
God damn
fires
it.
right in the rail yard. Nobody cared what we did, really. As long as we didn't get hurt, we didn't steal anything, we didn't break nothing, nobody cared. The bull would come around, and they were usually like retired cops, and they were really just didn't want to fill out any paperwork. And they would come around and sort of, they weren't really bullies, but they would act sort of aggressive to establish their authority and be like, all right, I don't want to see any of you guys around when they're kicking cars, you better be out of my yard.
Do you have a hobo name?
K-Bar. Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps.
They have nicknames. Maybe I could be a hobo. Lip the scavenger. Hell yeah. How about that? Stream it. Oh, you bet I will. If I'm gonna like go, I will bring at least my phone, you know. You're going to see my journey to the street of the United States.
So I broke in with an old guy named Roof. He was an old guy. He started catching out in 1960, so he'd been on the rails about 10 years when I met him.
Yeah.
And almost all these old guys have a similar story where they met up with some other old guy who was a tramp who sort of taught them the ropes. The young kids today, not so much. They don't pair up with old guys, but back in the day, that was kind of the way it was. Almost all the adult men in 1970 were veterans of World War II or Korea. They were almost all alcoholics. Many of them had a tragic personal story, but they were almost never talked about it. You know, they were divorced and estranged from their children and stuff like that, but they never really talked about it.
So comparatively, is that pretty different to the people who hop trains now?
Completely different than what's going on today.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I want to take a quick break here to talk about a direct threat to the hobo lifestyle. Anti-homelessness laws, specifically Trump's recent executive order to remove homeless sleeping on the streets. Let's take a look at how the media machine is covering it. The left and right are covering Trump's executive order quite differently. For example, the left-wing Raw Stories headline reads, "Cruel. Trump blasted over quiet new order targeting the most vulnerable." While the right-wing Breitbart headline reads, "Trump's executive order empowers states and cities to remove homeless from the streets." As we know, and y'all know this, different outlets push.
That is the thing that's kind of like fucked up though. I mean, sure, it is cool, you know, it's kind of like, surely they can just be there without them doing any trouble and shit like that. But hey, society gotta move on, you know, like civilization will go on and things gonna be left out. Either you're gonna be trampled by it or die with it. So, yeah.
Shaping the story to fit their own narratives, which is why independent reporting matters, and we here at Channel 5 are 100% committed to bringing y'all raw, unfiltered coverage straight from the streets. But before we hit the streets, we get informed using what you might ask, ground news.
Hell
Ground
yeah.
news is
Use ground news, guys.
to Iowa. It goes without saying that modernization, stranger danger, the arrival of more intense drugs, and the criminalization of vagrancy were all factors that led to a major decline in hoboship. But the buzz around town was that vagabond travel culture was having a huge resurgence, and apparently a new generation of hobos was forming.
We're seeing a lot more influx of young riders, which I think is absolutely fabulous. Some of the young riders that are a little rambunctious and they just need to fine-tune themselves to learn how to do the right things.
They've sort of invented their own culture. And it revolves around the idea that they're anarchists. A lot of them go around marking up anarchy symbols.
This optimism was refreshing to say the least. The Vice documentary made about this event 9 years ago, which I watched in the car on the way, was literally called Death of the American Hobo, painting a grim picture of a subculture in hopeless decline. As I made my way through town, seemingly out of nowhere, behind the city-sponsored mummified hubbub, I could make out the faint aroma of a trash fire and followed it like a signal flare, certain there were real young hobos lurking in the shadows. And sure enough, I found some.
Paparazzi, yes! Whoop whoop! Are you a juggalo? Yes, juggalo hobo, whoop whoop! I love it. I've been sucking on that 2 days. I've been on it for 3 years. Shit, you don't give a fuck. I'll tie a string to my nuts and jump out a 12-story window. I don't give a shit.
So for those who don't know, what does the life of a hobo look like?
Well, it's not like it used to be. Bro, we could jump on a train anywhere and run to New York, California, whatever. But they also used to split off. If your plan go to New York, it might split off and fucking end up in, New Jersey or fucking Florida, whatever.
No, wait, that guy. Go that guy. Did he play harmonica? What the hell?
What's your craziest, train hopping story?
I was in Boston.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
We're getting our thing, long story short.
No, stop with him. Him.
She was like, shit,
no.
I'm like, man,
stop. Him. That's the star right there. Stop talking to that guy. Him. In the back. Talk to him. Please. Please.
That's crazy shit.
Come on.
Huh? Hell no. No, I got kids in Beijing, China and shit, man.
You have kids in China?
Yep.
Makes sense. Spread the seed, brother.
Just like that, we were in. I had so many questions.
No, don't leave that guy. What the fuck, man? At least 3 words, 3 sentences from him. Why you leaving him out? Holy Christ.
They seemed all so different, yet shared a unified, free spirit. Was there some kind of central idea or attitude?
Cool hair, I like it.
My name is Thomas Pickles, Tommy S. Pickles. Kind of like Hunter S. Thompson, because I really like the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas movie, so I use references of that sometimes. My old tag is Rango. I used to tag Rango because I'm next level, Lizard of Light. My newest one is Smoke and Go, because I smoke and then I go.
Where do you go?
My newest one is Smoke and Go, because I always smoke and I go.
My newest one is Smoke and Go, because I smoke and then I go.
Where do you go?
Everywhere.
I'm baddest man that 2021 Hobo King.
What's going on with this fit, man? Looks great.
Everything, see, I hand stitched myself. So when you ride as many trains as I do,
What the fuck?
your clothes tear up so fast. I just been keeping up with my own patchwork. There's only one way you gotta keep them patched up.
After meeting the Hobo King, my brain flooded with questions, so I decided to start with the basics. So what does it mean to be a hobo?
Helping other brothers out. You know, do good and good will come back.
Help our brothers overcome.
A hobo is a working traveler, a tramp is a non-working traveler, and then a bum is a non-working
Ah, they have category. Oh, okay. They have class. They have class, guys. They have a different jobs right here. There is a man who travels to work. A tramp is a man who travels and won't work. A bum is a man who neither travels or works. It could be us. We don't travels and we don't work. Yeah, time to be a hobo. We literally like down there. God damn it. I gotta travel. I gotta increase my level to the hoboness. If I go to Japan or China, is that still count as a hobo? Or is it hobo is just the one who traveled to America? And also most of them looks American, so I presume they were American hobos. I can be Indonesian hobos.
traveler.
When you're on the road, like, where do you sleep?
Just outside. Like if it's about to rain, I always carry a tarp, so I just set up a tarp above. Otherwise, I find like a little cuddy spot because my dog just passed this year, but she wasn't like the best at having people walk by me when I'm sleeping, so I'd go out of my way to find a little hidden spot.
Outdoors. I like outdoors, so rarely a hotel or anything else like that. Really, really rarely. Usually,
You say outdoors, you mean like in a tent or just in the grass?
I'm sharing a tent with somebody right now, but I don't typically travel with a tent. I try to stay where it's 75 and sunny. You know, I'll go work some places and stuff where you can sleep outside. I'll winter somewhere. I'll head back south and house up somewhere so I can work for a few months and afford to travel and go see friends and go do the jobs and see the places I haven't ever seen before and just get along with everybody.
Do you just jump on a moving train?
No, I wait till they do a thing called crew change. When the engineer conductor gets on and off, I'm getting on and off. When they do their 8-hour shift, I do my 8 to 10 hour shift.
What appeals to you about living this way?
The freedom, I guess, to where I'm not a slave to the system. If I go work and get $1,300 on a paycheck, I might only see $300 of it. Gets me like depressed, become suicidal. I'd rather live out here, do nothing, and live free than be a slave to the system.
Was there a point in your life where you thought like maybe you wanted to go the right picket fence, like corporate job route? Or you just been outlaw roadman to the core your whole life?
I started into this later than most of these people, and so I kind of came into it backwards, just backwards. I don't talk a lot about why I got on the road, but no, I'd already done college and I was teaching and had a family and enlisted in the Army. A bunch of stuff happened and life got turned upside down, and I ran away to the beach, and I went and became a beach bum for about 3 months, and then came back home and sold off everything I had, put some money in my sock and start walking. Had a lot of questions, and it's funny how walking or the meditation of moving around and changing scenery and everything is just I feel like you find answers. If you're really asking questions, start moving around and you'll find answers. I came into this, very suicidal and didn't really care, and it's given me a lot of purpose and a lot of friends and a lot of new family. So
after I had a divorce, we went through a bunch of stuff. It was an after thing in my life, not something I always wanted to do.
How would you describe your childhood?
I always moving like my adulthood. Foster home after foster home after foster home. I was moved around a bunch, 22 different placements. That's what my caseworker told me.
You have any relationship with your parents?
No, they don't really care much about me.
Jesus, all right, that was. All of them have a heavy background and shit like that. Man, life sucks. Hearing them talking like that is just like, oh boy, I have a pretty good life, and I complain a lot. I kind of feel stupid now. Oh shit, man, these people with this heavy background yet still out here survive and helping each other. What a cool people, holy shit.
I wouldn't be in foster care if they did. They if I was to die here, they wouldn't mind.
War, divorce, death of children. I just got into a place where I needed to run away and I didn't really care. Probably lacked the courage of my convictions to go through with another suicide attempt. So instead, I just started hopping freight and doing crazy stuff and walking off and getting really lost and I don't know. I think from that core grew a different person that is partly the same as the old man, but a different person. A man can work on anything in solitude, save for character. So you can talk the game, you can talk a lot of talk or whatever, but being around people and being useful to people, I feel, is where you build the most character.
What's like the best thing about this lifestyle?
Being able to see a new place every day or every other day and meet all kinds of new different people. It's sad because a lot of people pass away. You encounter more people passing away than you do living a normal life in the same spot.
What are some of the most common ways to go in the hobo life?
To perish?
Yeah.
Shucks. Could be anything random, but one of the most common lately has been drug overdoses, usually fentanyl or something that the government created. It's all conspiracy. It's population control, so we're like the first ones to go. Traveling kids live like in dog years also. And a lot of them, they drink a lot, and they don't drink enough water, they don't eat very good. You know, I try to eat decent food and drink decent beverages. And,
Okay, do that, please.
What are some of the dangers of being a hobo?
Well, losing limbs.
The trains for one, and then the people you run into, and they're like.
That is the scariest part. The people that you run into, you know, like you don't know, you just gotta trust and be respectful, right? All of this negative thought can just strike you at the moment you're talking to them. Like, what if those what if questions suddenly go to your head? Like, oh, what if this gonna, you know, they're gonna stop me and then steal my stuff and shit like that. That thing is scary. Maybe I should take someone else with me if I'm gonna become a hobo, so I can use him as a bait. I was like, take him.
Down in luck and desperate. So when they're like that, they're willing to like try to take advantage of you.
Yeah. Have you had any close calls before?
Several. Yeah. I almost been raped a few times out here too, so it gets ugly out here.
And especially.
Hold on. Is that what am I misheard that?
Yeah. Have you had any close calls before?
Several. Yeah. I almost been raped a few times.
Oh, okay. I don't, I don't expect that. God damn, I thought he says right, you know, like a right, like you got wrecked, you know, like a get punched or whatever. But no, it's something else.
Close calls before?
Several. Yeah. I almost been raped a few times out here too, so it gets ugly out here.
And especially if you're a gal, you know, they have it way worse.
Bart, hello. Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Hopping a train. This girl, she got her leg missing.
Yeah, I'm watching YouTube video right now. I'll probably go back to the game in a few minutes.
I carried her away from the tracks. I could see the skeleton of her foot hanging out, the skin.
We're watching news. We're watching like a YouTube video right now.
And it was really bad.
I almost got hit by an Amtrak train in like Tacoma once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a video about like a Hobos community.
They fucking come out with their knives and shit, trying to stab you.
The not
if you have a good
homeless,
head on your head,
travelers,
you know,
I
you
guess.
can try to stay away from it.
Is it technically illegal to hop trains?
Yeah, it's illegal to trespass and get on other people's property. It's legal to ride the trains. Yeah, it's definitely illegal.
I mean,
What's
it
the actual
is.
charge for hopping a train?
To whatever they want in whatever county you get caught in. So it could be a week. It also depends on which county and what state and what train company. You could go to jail. They could hem you up for up to 6 weeks or 8 weeks.
It all depends on if you just not trying to tag it up the place. It look like me with Pat, you just trying to ride. They usually write you a ticket and let you go. But if you look fresh and clean and stuff like that, look like you're trying to tag up the place or vandalize, they usually will take you to jail, write you a ticket.
For those who don't know, what's a bull?
Oh, a railroad bull is like a railroad cop who just tries to pull you off. And they're looking for you, you know, on the trains and stuff. Yeah.
And they're allowed to like beat the shit out of you, right?
I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, cops, you know, and any authority figure do anything they want, so.
But like BNSF cops don't have to Mirandize you. They can just start punching you in the face like a
I
bouncer.
kind of think that, yeah, I don't know fully, but definitely they can pretty much do whatever they want, especially when you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. They, you know.
Have you gone to jail for it before?
Yes, I have. Because I tried to duck out really quick, and there was nowhere to go. But it was all right when I got out. Everything worked out. Didn't get any extra charges. Got off scot-free, basically.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Until I die. I am the captain of the
Jesus.
ship. Like the captain goes down with the ship. And so I'm going to do the same thing.
While obviously a bit different in musical preference and political orientation from the
Jesus,
story
alright.
hobos of old,
They
I
are
can see a lot of
committed to become a
similarities in the
hobo.
characteristics of the old school vagabonds that K-Bar described and the new ones that I'd met, namely, sharing a tragic personal story that led them into a life of wandering. It became clear by the end of my time with the new hobos that while not sporting a stinky stick and bindle and bulky gray beards, they certainly embodied the spirit of adventure, restlessness, and financial creativity that gave hobos their name in the olden days. Not to mention, the new hobos are still shrouded in some degree of secrecy. While the hobo codes from the museum are long gone, most of these new travelers possess something even more powerful, an illegal, constantly changing document containing the shift schedules of every single railroad yard in the United States, and more. Out of respect for the culture, I will not name this document or tell any of you guys where to get it because I
Holy
can't even
shit.
get it. It's for hobos only.
It tells you by location, it tells you where you can go to catch a train and how to go about it, like where there's a hole in the fence. And sometimes it tells you the times that you're.
They were the real John Wick homeless. You know, like in John Wick series, you see those homeless. They actually like the source of information of all of New York. This is the same shit. They have a book that they make that contain every single detail of train schedule, and this guy has it. And of course, they are not showing it on the video because
Document or tell any of you guys where to get it because I can't even get it. It's for hobos only.
It tells you by location, it tells you where you can go to catch a train and how to go about it, like where there's a hole in the fence. And sometimes it tells you the times that you're likely to see a train. It's more or less like field intelligence. When I got this, the guy that gave it to me said, "You got to raise your right hand." And I said, "What?" And he says, "You have to raise your right hand and swear." And I said, "What am I swearing to?" And he said, "You're swearing that you're not going to give this to anybody else that's not supposed to have it, and you're not going to put it on the internet." And I said, "Okay." So I raised my hand and I said that. And he said, if you make a copy of it, you have to make the next person swear. So it's like an honor system. You're not supposed to give or make a copy of it for anybody except an experienced tramp. The idea is they do not want children getting a hold of a copy of it on the internet and deciding to run away from home and go hop trains and get killed. You cannot put it on the internet. You cannot give it to children. You cannot sell it. You cannot copy it for a profit. If you make a copy for an individual that you trust, it has to be someone you trust and not just some stranger. You can only charge them what it costs you to make it. So if it costs you $10 to make it, you can only charge them. You can't charge them $20. It's against the rules. And if somebody finds out you did that, your ass is shit.
What's the name of your Chinese son?
That I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they send you a scroll and then they send you a little pamphlet that says, you gotta take this little DNA test, swab, you send it back, and then you eventually get a little thing saying, you're 99, like Morris show, man.
You have a message for the kids out here who might want to consider train hopping?
Fucking school. You don't want to run on this fucking rail shit. You don't want to be bouncing around living.
Okay, what did he say?
Like Morris show, man.
You have a message for the kids out here who might want to consider train hopping?
Fucking school. You don't want to run on this fucking rail shit. You don't want to be bouncing around living from fucking check to check. Go get you a little goddamn car. Run that shit. Don't try and run into the ground, but fucking get out there and do it. Hey, Junior, come on, get in this shit. This is Milo, man. He's cool as shit.
What's up?
Hi. Junior, come and get it. What do you got to say to the hobos? Or kids?
Hi.
What the fuck? That's the first kid that we see. What the hell? Jesus Christ. They have code. They have symbols. They have community. Like you can clearly see it. And they have intel. They have fucking James Bond shit. Yeah. They were really big. Holy Jesus. I mean, it's good like they take care of each other, you know. That train schedule is fucking crazy though. Like what the fuck? They actually have an intel. I will become a hobo. You will see. If you see my stream, suddenly I'm on the street recording, streaming, and then I probably already on United States or maybe somewhere else. Who knows?